Good evening to you. We are back here. We've been doing these live extended weather updates throughout the evening here on 11 Alive Plus. We had it at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and now here we are at the 10 o'clock hour. And now is the time when things are kind of getting a little more active, especially in parts of northwest Georgia. We do have we have one severe thunderstorm warning in effect that does impact a couple of counties up in Dade and Walker County. That's legally in the Chattanooga viewing area, but it is northwest Georgia. I'm going to show that to you coming up in just a little bit, and we'll look a little bit more at that. We also have a really good cell coming in from Alabama in parts of Chattooga County, moving into Floyd County near Rome. I'm going to take a closer look at that too. But first off, look at Atlanta. We don't really have any rain going on here. We're just seeing a few of those clouds increasing now in the metro area, blocking out the moon and stars a little bit more, but these clouds are not producing any rain yet. Let's go up first there to Dade and Walker County. This is where we have that severe thunderstorm warning, really for the northern parts of those counties. There you see Chattanooga right there. It's in Chattanooga and coming down into northwest Georgia where we see this severe thunderstorm that's moving in. That is what is prompting that warning, as well as this cell back in northeastern parts of Alabama. It just went through Scottsboro, Alabama, continuing to move up in this direction. That would clip parts of Dade County as well. So really two areas that we're watching for far northwest Georgia. This is a severe thunderstorm warning for Dade and Walker County. It's going to be in effect until 10:30 tonight with those two cells that are going to be moving through those counties in just a bit. Now this is the one I really want you to see, and I want to take a little bit more time looking at this one in far northwest Georgia. Let me get everything here a little bit closer so I can drive this radar a little bit better here. Where we have, and I just dropped something, let me grab that. Sorry about that. This is what we're watching now coming into parts of Floyd County. We've got a good bit of lightning in association with this right now. A couple of areas. This is the main one right here. And let me take the lightning off quickly and I'll put it back on there because we're going to do a lightning count here in just a second. But look at this core of these storms here with some really heavy rain coming out of Cedar Bluff, Alabama, moving into western Floyd in the southern parts of Chattooga County. And then from that, we have a couple of other areas that really just developed here ahead of this with some heavy rain. That's producing some thunder and lightning from Lindale up to the north of Rome. That's moving into parts of Bartow County with some moderate to heavy rain with this. Before I put this back to our mode here that will show the lightning count, I want to do a couple of things here. I'm going to put this into live mode, and I want to take a look at our hail to see if there is any hail with that, because I was looking, no, not really that much there. I was looking at some good hail cores back into Alabama a little bit earlier. And this is really hard to see, but you see that gray right there near Cedar Bluff? That's some small hail. A little bit of small hail and that little bit of gray right there. And then also this to the east of Lindale, we've got a little bit of hail with that. That would most likely be some maybe pea-sized hail in association with that as the system continues to move on over to the east. So here again is a look at that, and we do have some lightning with it. Most of this lightning is over near Galesville, that main area of that lightning that we have. We've got about 39 lightning strikes in the past 15 minutes. You know what, I'm going to do, let me clear this out. I want to do a new count on this. And I want to include this as well. The count that I just did only was over here. I want to do a new one that will include that area. In fact, let me widen out just a little bit more too, because I want to get this stuff up in Dade and Walker County as well. Just show that lightning there. And that is the main thing that we're watching with this, is a good amount of lightning. The hail is kind of small. National Weather Service, so they've got 67 lightning strikes. So earlier it was about 40 with just this, but now including this and also this, there's about 67 lightning strikes in a 15-minute period. We did see a big hail core with it back in Alabama. Now we're not really seeing as much hail with it. So we're going to watch the winds with this coming in. I would think, so the National Weather Service they did issue not a warning, but a special statement saying winds up in parts of Floyd and Chattooga County are around between 40 and 50 miles an hour. And that is just below what we would classify as a severe storm. So just be aware there in northwest Georgia. You're going to be hearing thunder, seeing some lightning, have some gusty winds with that. And that's all kind of moving in there to northwest Georgia. Back into Alabama, these these other cells that we were watching earlier are starting to fall apart a little bit more. We still have these west of Birmingham, but they're actually showing signs of weakening. And that's just all part of this system here where every time I've done one of these updates, I've been reminding you that this isn't a squall line moving through where everybody's going to get hit with rain. And I feel like we've been pretty clear about that really earlier today and through the day yesterday too, that these are just scattered showers, that not everybody is going to get hit. They're the hit and miss variety, but the ones that do develop could still be strong. And that's what we're seeing coming in near the Rome area right now and into parts of Dade and Walker County there and parts of northwest Georgia. And it's just all part of this system here where there's no rhyme or reason about where these showers and storms are popping up. They are just general showers and thunder showers, and some of these turn severe just kind of sporadically. I want to take off the watches for you just so you can see the warnings. And we don't have as many warnings now. Earlier, we had warnings scattered from North Alabama through parts of Tennessee, eastern Tennessee, and into North Carolina. Now, these are the only warnings we're seeing right now near Chattanooga. And that kind of goes with what I was saying earlier, that now that we're losing some of the heating of the day, and the sun has been down for a little while, these storms are starting to stabilize a little bit and weaken somewhat. Even though you've still got a lot of thunder and lightning and heavy rain in some of these pockets, we're just not seeing as many of these stronger thunderstorms that are around right now. And we'll keep watching this part in West Alabama as this pushes our way. But again, we expect that weakening process to continue as it moves in. Live view right now in Rome. I'm going to put this full screen so that y'all can see this a little bit better. I know that it's dark out there and it's hard to see, but I've been watching this because we were seeing some really good lightning and active lightning with this a little bit earlier. It looks like it is settling down just a little bit, but there in the distance we could see some really good lightning strikes. There we go. There's one right there. Excuse me. Earlier, this was a little more active here, where we were seeing a lot more of those flashes, and now we just see a few of those here and there. There you just saw another one. So I'm not saying it was constant earlier, but it was just a little more active than it is right now. And we just see a few of these lightning strikes that are still out there now in the Rome area. Although Rome's not getting hit by the rain yet, I do think they'll see some rain coming in there. But there's another look. I'll step out here and let's just kind of look at this a little bit more here as we're looking toward that clock tower. And just every once in a while, we see some of that lightning, some of those flashes there in the distance as that system is pulling in a little bit closer there to the Rome area. There's a few more of those lightning strikes coming in right now. We still have this severe thunderstorm watch in effect for areas of North Georgia until midnight. It'll be interesting to see. I think they will hold on to this until midnight and to see how this stuff that's over in West Georgia is as it moves over to the east. If those storms fall apart, they may take some counties away or in this before the expiration time, or they could just go ahead and hold on to this until midnight. Atlanta is not included in this watch, but it is including some North Metro counties. And it goes from Rome. I'll just kind of point out some of the southernmost counties here. Rome, Floyd County, Bartow County, also Cherokee County, Forsyth County, Hall County, Banks County, into areas of Franklin County, over also around Georgia and the South Carolina line around Lake Hartwell, Stevens County, Hart County in that. And that line up to the north, that's where we have this severe thunderstorm warning, or no, I'm sorry, severe thunderstorm watch that is in effect until midnight. And again, after midnight, we think there'll be more stabilization of our atmosphere as we see more of the cooling around. We have seen a slight improvement in that level 2 risk. Earlier today, if you were watching us, that level 2 risk went down south of Atlanta, almost down to Pike and Lamar County and Butts County. It was just really just including Henry County, Coweta, Fayette. Now that has moved up to the north a little bit. I don't think we'll see much activity at all on the south side developing that could be severe. And even on the north side, I think that these showers are going to weaken a little bit more as they keep moving in as our atmosphere is becoming a little more stable. But in some of those storms, there's the potential of seeing some heavy rain with them, like what they're seeing in parts of western Floyd County right now. I mean, I know it's a small area of rain, but it's still some heavy rain coming down. It could have some strong winds with it. So far, the winds that we've been seeing there are 40 to 50 mile an hour winds. and then a low risk for a tornado, and then moderate risk that some of those could have some hail. We have seen some hail with some of these. Right now, not as much hail with those as they continue to move over to the east. Now tomorrow, our rain chance is going to go down significantly. We're going to have about a 20% chance for a shower here tomorrow. A low risk, a level 1 of 5 risk in parts of central Georgia and east Georgia of a few isolated storms, but I don't think it's going to be anything really widespread out there during the day tomorrow. But most of us tomorrow are going to have an opportunity to dry out a little bit. And then going into Saturday, our rain chances are going to go up. We're going to see a better chance for rain, but the severe weather risk is going to go down. I'm not concerned about a severe weather risk here for your Saturday. That would be mainly down in South Georgia and down into the Florida Peninsula there. We're going to have cooler, more stable air here on both Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures are only going to be in the upper 60s to around 70 degrees, so not a big-time severe weather threat here with those cooler temperatures like that and more stable air. Temperatures continued to come down a little bit. We got up to 84 for a high today. We're at 76 now. We've got 60s in Peachtree City and Carrollton now, more 70s in West Georgia, and that's where that rain is moving in right now. And again, as we see additional cooling going down to 67 at 1 o'clock, we think that those storms will continue to weaken a little bit more. So the severe weather threat still exists, but it is low, and we're not overly concerned about a big time weather maker out there tonight. So here's what we're watching for the rest of the nighttime hours. Just a few of those scattered showers around out there, and you see how a lot of that falls apart as it moves after the midnight hour and toward tomorrow morning with that more stable air around. We will have some clouds to start the day tomorrow. I don't expect any rain. And then look through the day tomorrow. No green showing up here at all. And we're going with just a 20% or less chance for any rain to develop during the day tomorrow. But then that all changes going into Saturday. Look at this moisture feeding in from the south. As the moisture comes in from the south and west, at the surface, we have a northeasterly flow that is going to be cooler and also more stable. And this rain is going to ride up and over that shallow layer of cool air at the surface. We'll have some of those scattered showers for the day or morning hours at noon, still some of those around. And then into the afternoon, the scattered showers are going to be with us as well on Saturday. And then on Sunday, Mother's Day, even more of those showers feeding in, and this is for the morning hours here. On Sunday, we can have a couple moderate to heavy showers on Sunday morning. We don't think those would be severe, but just keeping us wet there. And then by lunchtime, if you're going to brunch or lunch with your mom after church or in the morning hours there, still dodging some of those showers, and those continue feeding in here into the afternoon too. So here's a look at the rain chances on the low end on Friday. And then Saturday back up to 60%, both Saturday and Sunday, 70% chance on Monday, and then on Tuesday back to a 40% chance for showers. And I do think we'll start drying out just a little bit more going into next week. We have this stalled out upper low down to the south and west of us, meaning it's not moving anywhere. It's kind of cut off. It doesn't get any push either toward us or away from us. It's just kind of sitting there, and it continues that flow around that low, which is picking up a lot of that moisture and feeding it into our area. So that's what we're going to deal with for the next few days. It's just going to be that unsettled pattern of rounds of showers, some of that heavy at times, and occasionally maybe kicking up a storm or two, even going into next week as well. Though the models are not in total agreement on how much rain we're going to get. The American model is showing about 2 inches of rain here. Europeans showing about 3.5 and even higher amounts over to the east of us. Remember, we just use these models as guidance. What I'm showing you here isn't a guarantee or a promise of how much rain we're going to get. This is just guidance, and we look for trends in those models. And they've really had a hard time agreeing here over the past few days as to how much rain we're going to get. So here's that 7-day forecast showing that 20% chance for a shower tomorrow. A quieter day here tomorrow. Now, I know most of today was actually quiet out there, but now we're just watching some of those showers and storms that are moving through. Then higher rain chances Saturday and Sunday with lower temperatures, actually, highs in the upper 60s. Back to 70 Monday, still a chance for some showers and a few storms there. Lower rain chances Tuesday, really low rain chances Wednesday as we get back up to 81, and then 87 degrees for a high temperature here on Thursday. Before I take you back here to our loops, I want to just check out again what we have going on with radar and those showers and a few of those storms up in parts of northwest Georgia. We still have that severe thunderstorm warning for Dade and Walker County there until 10:30. Looks like that's showing signs of weakening. Those storms don't look as impressive. And then these here coming into Floyd County County, moving into Rome. A lot of thunder and lightning with those pockets of heavy rain, but so far staying below what we would consider severe. So keep it right here. We'll keep you posted here on with our maps looping here on 11 Alive Plus and Weather Impact 24/7 throughout the night.